Welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about the whole market, and then we're going to review most of these coins, right, from Bitcoin, XRP to ONECHAIN, ZILLIQA, and so on, right. So sorry for the delay. We were supposed to start at 12:30 a.m., but you know, I just had to do something, and then so we can get a good live, right. So hopefully the sound is good. I was just checking on the sound. I'm gonna give you guys time to respond. So but I already did the sound check, so it should be working fine, right. So when you take a look at the coin market cap, BTC is just about like same price, a little bit higher on coin market cap, just about like a 2 to 3% down altcoin, right, on the dollar value, but they pretty much the same on the BTC value, right. So let's see, XRP is still number 3, Litecoin still sitting at 77. Nothing has changed like the last 12 hours, right. So let's go ahead and take a look at BTC first of all, right. On Binance, as we previously said from our previous live stream, we said like even though this we got a big reversal, that's a good sign of a reversal, this big push to the upside like a couple days ago. So because today is Sunday already, it's past midnight in in this area, so Augusta, Georgia, so it is past midnight. So BTC is just about let's see, it's about 50.28. so we've seen like a slight decline like the last 6-7 hours, right. So let's take a look at the lower time frame. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the lower time frame first of all. Hey, what's up, Computer Royal? It's probably like morning in morning in India. So let me know. So let's go to the lower time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, right. So we said the 50 EMA going to be supporting the price, and then that's what we're doing right now, right. So and then we're looking for this drop to the downside just to get a support from this 100 EMA, right, first of all. So before another slide pull back to this area of 47.50 to 48, right. So let's take a look at it again. It's been like 6 hours ago. Let's take a look at it again. So 47.93, right. So let me just leave it there, 47.93. So most people are going to be panicking as not to see like a BTC dropping below 48.50, and most of them they're going to be waiting for 45. So hopefully we're going to see for 45. Hopefully they can, but I don't see BTC dropping just about this area of support. So because you take a look at it, right, I mentioned it last time, we don't have any support at 45, right. Yeah, good morning, Computer Royal. We don't have any support after just about this area for 45. Most people are waiting for 45, but Bitcoin just went and passed through 45, so it didn't even get a chance to take a pause. So the only area of pullback we're getting is just from this area of 54.22, right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly time frame again. Weekly time frame, it is going to be interesting, right, because it's almost like a Monday. So and usually Monday we see a lot of volatility. So that's the end of the week basically. We're most likely going to finish up the week like this, maybe a slight pullback, right. So but I don't see like a big sell-off down like to let's say like 4,000, right. It's not going to take, we're not going to see like a 20% drop on Sunday. So I don't see that happening. But the RSI is making a U-turn, so it is a perfectly, it is totally normal, right. So you could be looking for a correction for the RSI before you move to the upside, right. So this move was pretty vertical. When you go back to the last last bear market, the outside double bottom, but this time we didn't see no double bottom. Nobody's talking about it, right? Nobody said like BTC did not double bottom. So, but they still waiting for a let's go to a Bitstamp, right? Bitstamp, because Bitstamp has a hey, what's up EL, thank you for tuning in. All right, so I think I saw you earlier in my previous live stream. It was like let's say less than 12 hours ago, right? Or like 10 hours ago, I think. So you go back to the previous bear market, right? You take a look at the all side, right? BTC did not BTC double bottom just about this area, right? You can see this divergence we're getting. You know, it wasn't even a divergence, right? We got a big move to the upside, and then all of a sudden, BTC just start moving to the upside. I think Doug made a nice video. If you don't know who's Doug, intro to crypto. So I'm gonna put a link of his previous live stream. It's like 5-6 minutes, right? It's not even that long. So, but I can't remember. I have to go back and watch it. But he made a very detailed analysis about like where we at from according to this trend, where we at, right? So, but I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at it. So I think we just about this area, right? Just about this area. If you want to compare like the previous bull market and then the current bull market, BTC is just about this area and making this move right here, right? So he believed like we just about this area, but we're just gonna have to wait and see, because some people still like believe we just about this area, which is absolutely not, right? So, but I could be wrong, but I'm still bullish. Like I think like we're gonna hit 6,000 at least, right? Before end of the spring, because the market is too bullish. Altcoin, pretty much down, and then they're gonna reverse very shortly as now BTC like get back to 48 and then turn bullish again, right? Hey, what's up, Sunny? Sunny in the house. Sunny Singh. All right, guys, make sure to hit the like. It's morning time in India, and it's morning time in here too, right? I mean, you can say morning, right? 12 a.m. It's the next day, right? It's Sunday. So, but it's not a big deal. We're getting rejection on Bitstamp too, right? The current price on, I don't know why Bitstamp is just about 53, right? It's just like less than 0.5% higher than Binance. Binance is just about like 50.28, so that's 0.5%. So it is pretty stable, right? But I like to take a look at Binance chart, because I'm just used to Binance so much. But even though it's the same chart, it's just it makes me feel better to use Binance. So, but let's take a look at the monthly chart again, right? Because we said something very special. Most people are not paying attention to the bigger picture, right? Because that's the biggest this bullish candle. That's the biggest bullish candle we got since July, right? The month of July, right? And then you take a look at the week of July. I mean, not the week, but the July 2018, right? We got the volume was like 1.1 million, right? And then right now we just like what? I think like 653, right? So last time on my last live stream we were like 648. I mean in thousand, right? 648,000, right? So, but we got like 2 weeks to go. So basically we most likely gonna match this candle just about this area, right? Most likely we're gonna match it, because we're already like more than 50% of this volume, and then we only like the body of this candle is almost like, let's see, it's almost like half of this body of the body of this candle. So it is, that's the way I like to look at it. And then it's a 50% move to the upside, right, from top to bottom, right? And then this body candle, we don't even have a bottom, so it is so bullish. Like on the first we started move to the upside, right? So you look for another 50% move to the upside, it's going to take us to 6,400, right? Almost, right? So we got a valid reason to say like BTC gonna hit that 64. So a 50% move, right, from the first to the to the first, right? The first to the first, April 1st to May 1st, right? If we get a 50% move to the upside, just like this candle right here with the same type of volume or more, we at least gonna hit 66,000. So we got plenty of time. We got 2 weeks. So a drop to 4,800 wouldn't hurt much, right? So, but most people are gonna be panicking. Most people. Ontology. I'm gonna take a look at ontology. What's up, Bridgewell? INC. That's first time I see your name in the chat room. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe, because I'm most likely I'm familiar with all these people right here, so I like to just familiarize myself. Hey, what's up, Sarah? I like to familiarize myself with the chat room, because that'll help me like know like who's who, and then what coin I need to cover when you guys show up, right? But the daily time frame, you know, a nice not bad neither, but a bearish flag, and then we have to come down, guys. We need cheaper BTC. Even though we wanted BTC to go up from 3,800, now we want it to go down, right? It's not a bad idea. It is not a bad idea, right? To get back to 48. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame again before we move to XRP, and then we're gonna go to ADA, XLUM, and all of them. So the 4-hour time frame, we already talked about it, right? Nothing special. Let's go to the hourly time frame. So take a look at the hourly. Oh man. All right. So when you take a look at the hourly, right, when we started covering the hourly time frame, BTC was just about this area, right? Was completely oversold, right? And then we say it's going to make a double bottom plus a divergence. We got that move. So we said, if you didn't watch the previous live stream, I'm just going to make a quick review, right? The last 2 live stream. So we were looking for this move and 3 up, right? So we got this nice correction, right? We were looking for BTC to drop quickly, but BTC wanted to continue with another 3 up to the upside, right? Let's see. We were looking for this move to the downside, right? Let's see. Looking for this move to the downside, right? Just about this area to continue the downtrend, but BTC decided to make a sideways correction. It's still correct. It's not. It is just continuing to make some 3-wave, right? Correction, right? You got your, come on. You got your correction just about this area, 1, 2, 3, and then you got another one to the downside, another push, right? So we're still looking for this, BTC to make this initial move. It is just noise. So when you take a look at the hourly time frame, it's too much noise. You can break it down, like it's gonna go down, but it's just too much noise. So it's just too much noise, too much correction. So like I said earlier, the market, correct itself like almost like 99%, right? At a time it is on a corrective move. Even if it is going up, it is on a corrective move. So we just have to know what is it doing. But it is just noise. It's gonna come back down. So, but a target, we go back to 4 hour, and then we repeat our target is 0.618. If you just joined the live stream, 0.618, top, bottom, and top, right? 0.618, which is just like 4,800, right? So if you want to be more aggressive, you can even like get this wick. You say like it's all the way up here, right? So it's just going to take you like 47.50, which is still the same range, right? Same area, less than 1% error, right? So it's not it's still the same. So but let's just stay constant. That's the initial drop on the 4 hour, the initial whole drop before the move to the upside, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at XRP, because XRP was looking very, very, very interesting. XRP BTC. You see, as we mentioned previously, right, we were looking for this move to the upside, right? XRP is looking interesting again. So we got this move to the downside. We say we're gonna get back up, most likely, but we're gonna get some rejection, right? So and a push down. So we got this move, right? We got this initial move, right? And then we're coming back down. So let's retest it. Our side gonna make this move, and then we're gonna get the divergence, right? I think XRP is start to look pretty good, right? But this move just about is here. I don't like it, I don't like it to repeat this pattern. So okay, it start to look like that pattern, but just a drop to double bottom, that's what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for this double bottom. because you know, as we said, like it's gonna come back down. But you know, let's take a look at the bigger picture. Okay, you see, if you watch my previous live stream, right, I was hoping the XRP turned bearish on this on this move, right? I was hoping like this candle was red, because we said like previously we said we needed like 8 days, right? 2, 4, 6, because every time XRP makes a 8 straight days of bearishness, it usually like move to the upside, right? Just like that. This one I think was 9, right? We repeated it. 9 days, push to the upside, come back, retest the trend line and push, right? So that was a, you know, double bottom, just about that area. You go back to this area, same exactly, you know, move, right? Almost that. This one is 9, 2, 4, 9, right? Double bottom, push to the upside, right? So reason why I went at XRP, just to make myself feel good though, that candle to be bearish. But I mean, luckily, I don't know if it is lucky or not, but it is bullish, right? So BTC, when it is, oh, BTC is on a correction, right? So it is correcting, because we're not gonna, it seems like we're not gonna get to 6,000 without a correction, because as soon as we make that flag, that 54, that was our target, 54.50, right? We hit like 54.22, so it's not bad, right? But we cannot keep going forever, you know. I was hoping like BTC kept the momentum and then hit like 6,000, but it is time to take a pause, right? We're going to take a look at ontology. Alright, so let's go back to the weekly time trend. I know somebody, I think it's David, right? He likes the BTC on base temp, right? Let's see. I think it's BTC on base temp. He likes the Bitfinex, I think, right? Yeah. He likes that double left, right? It's Bitfinex. It's Bitfinex. Left and right shoulder. XRP, BTC. Okay, he likes to, because that's what we said. That's what we're expecting from XRP, right? We're still not at that trend line where if you really like you know, I put these 1, 2, 3, you know, because that's how Doug does his like 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, right? You know, 1, you know, that's 2 right here, you can see it, but and then 3, right? So we're looking for another 2. We got, you know, looking for another 3 before it push to the upside. So let's just wait. If you really take a look at it, right, on Bitfinex, we're still not at that trend line, right? We're still not at that trend line. We're still not, right? This trend line is just about like 6 to 100. So on Bitfinex, right? And then we start to get a divergence. We're getting like good signal, right? We just have to make another push to the upside. This initial push, right? This initial push and probably come back retest is going to give us a big divergence like that and like that, right? So also I'm going to get this divergence and that divergence. So, and then we're going to push to the upside. So that's what I'm waiting for, at least for the short term. But otherwise, if like XRP try to break out, it's still going to, you know, somebody's keeping the price down, guys. We're going to get a big rejection from this, you know, double, these 2 trend lines, right? And then we're just gonna come back. It's not time to break out. Let's just get the right pattern and then get the right volume and then move to the upside. It's gonna be very easy, just like September. It's gonna come out of nowhere. Cause you take a look at this. I don't know if you guys pay attention or not, but the September move, right? You take a look at it. I mean, it is actually like nice setup, right? If you really take a look at it. So you got this divergence. We're getting this divergence already, right? If you really take a look at it, we already got that divergence. We already got this move, right? You go back. Let's go back. Okay, we already got this move just about it. What did XRP did? Push to the upside, come back, retest the trend line. So that's we're looking for this move, right? It doesn't have to be this big, right? It could be like 3 to 1 week, right? A very impulsive wave to the upside, just about like a 40% move, right? That's a 40% move. So, and then we're looking for this move because we already got this divergence already. price was moving to the downside, right? And then our side, you take a look at it, our side was giving you this signal, it's time to make a move, right? We made that move, and then we say we're looking for this move again. So when I say we're gonna get double divergence, yeah, that's the reason what I'm talking about, this divergence. So because you cannot say like this is a divergence, you cannot draw it as a divergence, this move right here, right? You can say it's a divergence. I have a way, it's a way I look at it, but it might not work for you, right? So this is what I usually say, right? This is how I define a double divergence. It's going to make this move, right? And it's going to drop, it's going to come back up, and it's going to align with this line, right? You have to look at it in 3D. So I know like we got, you know, we're ready to push the upside. So, and then, but this has to be hanging right to the bottom. But that's the way I look at it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ADA, right? We got Brit Swell in here, so let me go ahead and take a look at ontology. Hey, what's up, Gemini 14, right? I have a question. If someone is holding the price down, then how can XRP break out? The second it does, I mean, like, you know, we say like market is manipulated, we just don't know how, right? But we know market is manipulated. You got some big whales over there, so they're not in rush. We in rush because we want to make money, but they're not in rush, they already got money. So they're not in rush. It doesn't make any sense, guys, for XRP to be down like this. I mean, basically the last 6 months, right, since September, after we hit that 80 cents, we've been on a downtrend, right? It's September, right? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, right? That's 7 months, right? So 7 months. It doesn't make any sense. We've been down like since September, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, we push like, you know, back up just about this area, but you know, you can say like the top is just, you know, since like September, right? MCO. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ontology, and then we're gonna take a look at BTT. I think somebody didn't like the fact I skipped BTT on my previous live stream, but BT ontology. I like ontology, I just don't talk about it a lot. So I had a setup for ontology, I even forgot. Let's take a look at the setup what I had. Okay, so ontology. All right, we got ontology, you know, 130% move to the upside. I don't know when I put this up here, but let's see. I think we were targeting a 1-to-1 extension, right? We got this extension, and then we got that extension exactly, right? So I haven't taken a look at ontology for so long, so we got the 1-to-1 extension. Now we were looking for this flag, right? So ontology gave us a 3 up, 3 down. But it is time for ontology to reverse, right? So that's since like the 21st, right? Ontology like took advantage of the rest of the market going bearish, so ontology is taking advantage of it, right? So, and if you take a look at this move, let's check it, right? It's probably a 1-to-1 extension. Let me just remove this, right? You don't need this 130% up. So take a look at ontology, right? This 3 down is just about 1-to-1 extension, right? So, and then plus we got this 50 and 100 EMA, right? One is supporting, one is acting as a resistance. So, but let's take a look at the fib levels of the this entire move, right? So we most likely at 50%. Let's double check. Exactly at 50%. I haven't taken a look at ontology for so long, but exactly at 50%, right? So we could be expecting, I don't usually recently what I see, like we don't get like a lot of big volatility at 50%. We get like volatility at 0.618. I don't know if you guys realize that or not. You take a look at I think one coin went up like 20%, and we talked about it a couple of days ago. I think that was engine, right? We're going to take a look at engine next, since we already mentioned it, because it was like 20%, and we said like engine gonna, you know, be acting very volatile at that point 618. So I wouldn't be expecting like a big move from ontology. I just would be expecting like a, you know, like that. We're not gonna drop easily out of this 50%, right? Because it's gonna be a big fight. So look for a correction. I don't know how much it's gonna go up and down, but look for a correction before we fall below this 50%. But once we get to this point 618, we're most likely going to get a nice move to the upside, right? So this move is not going to be the initial move to the upside, so but it is going to be like, you know, I mean, I don't know how I like to say big move, but some people 3% is up, is a lot for them, right? It's a lot for me too. But let's say you're looking for a 1% a day. That's a you know, a very good area to be looking for a 1%. Some people like to trade like 1% a day, 3% a day, right? You know, depending on your your portfolio. You know, if you like trading with $10,000, you know, $20,000, 1% a day is a lot, right? So that's a great, that is a great area to look for a 1%. This 0.618. So just a side note, right? So, but I'm looking for ontology to make a sideways correction just about this area. It is actually a one-to-one extension from this area to that area, right? It is a one-to-one extension. So let's take a look at it again, right? So you can see one-to-one extension, right? It's exactly one-to-one extension. So even though like when you visually look at it, when you visualize it, it doesn't look like a one-to-one extension, because you gotta think about this move. When you look at it, you're like, oh, it's bigger than this move. But in terms of percentage, in terms of price, it is the same. But the distance, like when you look at the distance, like this one is bigger, so you have to be careful. You have to be careful when you say like 1-to-1 or 0.618. You cannot just look at it and say, if you're used to it, like when I'm used to it, so when I can take a look at it and say it's 1-to-1. But if you're not used to it, like you're not gonna say this one is equal to that. It's not linear. It's because remember the price is decreasing as you go down, right? So all these numbers, they're bigger than all these numbers, so you got to keep that in mind. So, but you can just, if you're used to it, you can just take a look at it and say this one is 1-to-1 or it's 0.618. That's how I usually know. So sometimes I don't need to draw it. But going back to ontology, I'm looking for some activity just about this area, right? I'm looking for some activities. So nice correction. Let's see. We could get up to 8%, right? Let's see. Yeah, we could even get like a 10% move, but it's gonna be very hard to drop to not to drop, but to break this area of 50 EMA again. So you know, but I could be looking for, I'm gonna keep an eye on ontology for a like 6 to 12% move to the upside before a drop to the downside, right? But this 0.618 is very critical. You know, it's gonna make a big move just about this area. So let's go ahead and talk about engine, right? So and then we're gonna go to MCO, Royal Computer. Can Ripple be holding it down? Show the banks. I mean, it's a lot of conspiracy out there, but you know, most people don't like Ripple, but they could be holding it down themselves, but it is a lot of conspiracy out there. So let's go ahead and take a look at engine, and then we move to MCO. ENGPTC, right? Okay, you take a look at engine, right? We look at the setup we had last time, right? So as soon as we got to 0.618, we said like it's going to be very volatile. Look at it, engine was very volatile, right? So most people are going to be FOMOing. So, but I don't think that's the initial move of that's the initial reversal move, right? So we covered engine like a couple of days ago. That was even before you know, engine made this move, right? So that was on 12 or 11. We covered engine. I don't know if any of you were in the chat room or not, but our target is 1968, right? We said it's going to come back to this area of 1969, right? So but we got this move right to the upside, so most likely we're going to get a rejection, but it is pretty amazing though. Engine was able to close above the 50 EMA, so that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. Let's see if engine gonna be able to close again, like It doesn't have to do anything right now. It's 34.21. It just have to hold strong, right, above this 50 EMA. But let's see, right? Because as soon as the daily started, sometimes you gotta pay clear attention, right? When a coin is bullish, right? Let's say you see you're looking for a 1%. It's not a financial advice, right? You're looking for a 1% a day, right? And then this coin, right, is extremely bullish, and then the daily candle about to close, like let's say my time zone is 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's like 7:50, right? At 8 p.m. you want to get in, right, and then you want to get out, get your 1% before the coin decide to go to the downside. Because you can see, like, as soon as we started the day, it went up and challenged the previous high, and then this previous high is just about this area of this area of resistance, same exact area, right? That's what we said exactly, right? It's gonna push to the upside, right? It's gonna push to the upside, right? And it can go high, right? I didn't expect it to break this 50 EMA, so I say, like, even if it goes high, it's not gonna break this area, and then we're gonna get this move, and then big fight, and then retest this 0.786. But we're just gonna have to wait and see, right? Because we got the initial move, so the next move we're looking for is this sideways correction, and finally this area. And then I said it like just recently, right, about what the coin I was just taking a look at. I think Ontology, right? I said this 0.618 usually give you a, look at it, give you 25% move, right? Even like a TRX Tron, I haven't updated Tron for so long, right? Because we hit our target at 0.618, but we still like making some correction. So Tron also gave you like a 25% move, right? Just about this area of 0.618, just about. But buying it, just so you got to be smart also, like, just because you're looking for a 0.618, it doesn't mean like the price gonna stop exactly at 0.618, right? So you want to buy it like at least 2 to 3% below, or if you get like a moving average close to that area, you just place it just above that moving average, right? So it is just a strategy to look for. It's not a financial advice, but we just interacting, right? So you see, like, you got your 100 EMA, it broke it, so the next area of support has to be this 50 EMA, not 50 EMA, but this 0.618 or this 100 EMA. So that's what we exactly got, right? Let's go to the lower time frame. WANCHAIN, we're going to take a look at one INC. You see the one, look at what we got on the lower time frame. That's a 4-hour time frame, right? Big reversal candle, so right. That was right before the 8 p.m. So because this candle was 4 hours ago, right? And then we got another 4 hours after that. So this one was let me just remove this so you guys can see. This one was just about like 8 p.m. and then the next candle was just about like after 8, right? 8 to 12. So this 4-hour candle just started. So you see, at 8 p.m. you got a lot of volatility, big rejection, so most people are going to be panicking. But look at right after 8 p.m. we got this push to the upside again, but we cannot move further. So let's look for this tomorrow you're going to see engine down like 12%, so stuff like that. But if you understand what's going on, you're not going to be panicking, like let's say you're holding engine or something like that. Because most people were waiting for, like I said it previously, like most people were waiting for at least 50%, right? And engine was just about this area when I was talking about engine. I was like, most people are going to be taking profit. Those people who enter at 50% pullback, let's go back to the daily. Those people who entered like at the 50% pullback, right? Because you got to think about it. We're all watching the same thing, right? Look at this. At 50%, we got this big move, right? We got 10% move, right? And then at 0.618 we got this 30% move, right? And then so those people who enter at this area, they're going to be selling, right? They're going to be selling, of course, because they know it's going to drop back to this area. I hope it makes sense. But let's go ahead and talk about Tron. Okay, we're going to go to WANCHAIN after MCM. Hey, what's up, Royal Computer? You want a MCO and a polymath. I haven't taken a look at poly for so long. MCO. So let's take a look at Tron, because Tron is kind of similar to engine, so it's gonna help me on the TA whatever, TRX. it's easier to talk about not to talk about Tron, but to talk about coins with a similar pattern. So it just helps you to get a better flow, basically. Look at this area. So let's zoom out, right? So what we said about Tron. Tron was looking great, but all of a sudden it just looking great. So like the first week of February, right, we said Tron gonna come back down to this area of 0.618, right? We said exactly 543. That's what I said, and Tron came back exactly at 543. So but the wait was so long, man. I mean, almost like 2 months. But sometimes that's why you don't need to wait for one coin. Sometimes I don't like to be so waiting for one coin. You know, when that coin is bearish, it's bearish. So you take a look at once we got to this area of 50 MA, we got a reversal, like I said it, right? We got 12% move to the upside twice, right? And then we come back down to this 0.618. This one is 50%, right? Let me just make a ticker, right? Wait for you guys. Right, so this green line, right, you're seeing is 50%, right? Look at what we got at 50%. So that's why sometimes it is, I think I'm gonna start doing like 1% a day, because at the 50% and at this 0.618, the market respected so much, you know. My battery is dying. Market respected so much, you know. Even if you don't get like 1% a day, you can get like let's say 10% a week, right? You just got to be able to find these levels, right? So you got to be able to recognize like when a coin is coming back down. So you could be getting this one here, one there. You don't even have to take 2 trades in this level, just one at 0.5, and then another one at 0.618. I mean, it is pretty consistent. I can show you like multiple coins, right? Even I think ETC is coming down to a 0.618. We're going to take a look at ETC, right? Because it is coming. It's just going to help us like to recognize this, right? This pattern. So Tron come back down to the 0.618. A big move to the upside was 25% move. So, you know, I made a video afterward. I say Tron going to come back down, right? You give us a nice 25% move. Look at it. It's came all the way down to this area again, right? So, but we can be, you see, I got this area of resistance. Yeah, so this green box you're saying, that's what I drew. So because sometimes I forget what I said, because I tend to delete the screen. But Tron, luckily I didn't delete it. But we pushed to the upside, big rejection, coming back, tested, nice divergence. So I think it's time for Tron to reverse, but we're just gonna have to wait and see, because we got another level at 0.786. So let's see like how BTC going to be. The good thing I like about Tron, sometimes when BTC is down, Tron doesn't care, right? Well, when the market was down, you see like Tron went up like 200% versus BTC, right? So, but this level, I'm just gonna have to wait the next couple of days. We got a nice divergence, man. I've been curving Tron after we made this breakout to the upside. I said it's gonna come back down, but I didn't expect Tron to come back down within this area. I did not expect that, right? I said we're gonna be in deep trouble, and we are in deep trouble because we've been in this area like now forever. So, but it is trying to get out this area. I don't want to see Tron in this area, but I'm just gonna have to wait and see. But it is hard right now. It is a nice corrective move. It is a nice corrective move, right? It is a nice corrective move. So let's see a small break to the downside, a possible retest of this area, a move. So, but it is hard to say it's going to come back down to 0.786, but that's the next level. But my target was 0.618, and we got to that area with a 30% move. So, but I'm just going to have to wait and see for confirmation if Tron going to be able to get a better support, and how BTC going to be able to handle that 48%. I mean that 4800, right? So because target for BTC, you guys gotta remember, it's 47.93, in that range, 47.63. Right, so let's see how Tron if Tron gonna be able to make this. It's a big drop. It's a 20% drop. So it's a 20%. It's not something I'm expecting. So well, let's see. Maybe it's gonna save us. All right. let's go ahead, and I think somebody asked about MCO, and then we're going to go to WANCHAIN and ICX. MCO. You got the same setup for MCO, right? So MCO is still moving to the upside, so that's the setup we had. Like, let's see. Yes, we say it's MCO is not even like making three wave to the downside, right? So it's not even. So we want to see if MCO gonna recheck this area, because I didn't change the setup, right? I think that's what I said, because Nano got the same setup, right? But MCO is just making one wave to the, just one wave. You could say that's three, right? But it's too small to count that one. So let's just say one. This one wave, two waves. So we're looking for either like a retest of this area or a drop to the downside. But let's see, because if that's 0.618, it might not go back down. 0.618. It's exactly at 0.618. So we were talking about 0.618. This guy just asked about MCO. Look at it, man. Look at it. It's how much is it, right? So same exact move with ontology, right? Same exact move with ontology. 13% to the upside, right? So, and we were just talking about 0.618. How's the market respected? So you're looking for a like 10% a week. That's a easy way of finding your 10% a week. But you gotta be able to. You gotta be able to be patient though. So, because if you just enter like let's say Monday and you wanna get your 10% by Tuesday, sometime you have to wait like the rest of the week. Cause like just like MCO. But it is looking good. Lot of rejection, but it's still like pushing. Not price, but the volume is increasing, right? So that's the first bearish candle. So let's see how the 50 EMA gonna support the price, because the rest of the market, right? I think I said it last time. The rest of the market is making this move. Is making this move, right? Let's change the color. Let me change the color. That color doesn't want to change. All right, so let me just leave it. So the rest of the market is making this move, right? Change the color right here. Couldn't find you, right? The rest of the market is making this move, right? But MCO is just still like pushing to the upside. So we don't know how high it's gonna push. So, but let's take a look at the fib. We're probably at a 50% already. Exactly at 50%, right? So it is exactly at 50%. Now we're pushing to the downside. So let's say we break this 50 MA. I would be looking for a 0.618 extension to the downside, right? I would be looking for a 0.618 to the downside. Right, this area right here, this green area, that's just about this area, right? Which is it is respecting all the fib level, right? It is down to 0.618. It pushed back to 50% of this entire move. So I would be looking for another push down to like a 0.618, right? Which this 0.618 is most likely going to be like a 0.786, right? For the entire move. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but let me just this area, let me just put a line on it. 0.618 extension, right? So this move to the down, right? Let me put an arrow. So this move right here, right? This entire move, right? Is this move going to be 60% of it, right? So right here, so just like that. So, but let's take the fib level to see if this next move going to coincide with a 0.786. If it does, we're most likely going to get there. You guys got to remember, right? We don't know where the market is going, so it's just about like, you see, it's just about like this move is taking you back to, let's see. Okay, it's taking you below 0.618, just about like a 0.786, right, halfway. So, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. It is hard to tell. This one is very, very difficult to tell, like which way it's gonna go until we break a 50 EMA, right? So if we break 50 EMA, I would be looking for a 0.618 extension for another possible move. Let's say you're swing trading, you could be looking for another 5% move to the upside, right? Just that. Let's say you say, oh, I just want 5%, right? Okay. Do you think Tron will have any impact on BTT? In terms of fundamentals, I try to stay with the chart, guys. If I tell you anything about fundamentals, you know, I might mislead you. So, but I know most people like Tron. They got a good community, just like XRP. All right. So I hope I answer your question. Royal Computer, right? Polymorph, Poly. I know Poly has a nice chart. I just can't remember what it looked like. Poly. Okay. I know it has a nice chart. This double bottom, double top, and then retest the low, push to the upside, come back down, just like ZILLIQA. If you take a look at ZILLIQA is giving you this move right here, right? 3 down, right? Since like started going down like actually the 24th, right? So, and it started going up like August, like the rest of the market, right? Some of the market, they make this move, right? So double bottom, double top, push to the upside, push, another push, right? Another push to the upside. Let's see, just about 50% pullback, right, from this entire move. So it's not a coincidence, right? So I haven't taken a look at Poly for so long, but it is following the rest of the market basically, right? It is following the rest of the market. So let's see. Let's take a look at the R side. We're getting a nice divergence on the R side. Kind of remind me of Populous, right? Populous got this big wick to the downside, but if you go on Bitfinex, you might not. I don't know if it is Bitfinex or not, but another Huobi, something like that, you're not gonna see this big wick. So you don't want to ignore that, right? So we got 3 up, 3 down, right? We got 3 up and 3 down, right? Nice correction. I could be expecting like a big move to the upside. It doesn't have to be like 50% move, but most likely gonna retest it, get another divergence. If the market wants to go up, it will go up with the market. But this divergence is pretty nice, right? You got a divergence just like that, right? But the slope gonna most likely gonna change like that, right? So I would be waiting for a reversal from a Poly, right? Polymorph BTC, POLY, right? I would be waiting for a reversal shortly, right? Let's take a look at the lower time frame, see if we got any. Okay, nice divergence, like double bottom, right? Big move to the upside. Not big, I keep saying big, but a move to the upside. R side is vertical. It's gonna come back down to change the slope of this, right? R side gonna come back down, right? So look for this move from the R side, and then nice accumulation move. So this move is just repeating the bigger move. That's all it's doing, right? That's all it's doing. That big move in on the daily time frame I just showed you, this move is just repeating it, right? It's just repeating it. That's all. Just like XRP, right? So and then we're gonna retest this area. So look for a retest of 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. So when we come back, we're gonna remember what we said. Retest of 50 EMA, Poly, right? So let me put an arrow. It's not gonna be much because let's see. I mean, it just depends how deep it is going to go by 10%, right? 7 to 10% move, right? So let's just leave it there. But the market is pretty bearish, so it's going to be tough. It has to do it before BTC decides to go down, right? So it has to do it. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about WANCHAIN and then ICX. WANCHAIN, same thing I said about Poly, right? We got this 3 down and then we push into the upside and then we're gonna get rejection, right? So most likely that's a 4-hour, right? So look for a retest of this bottom on the 4-hour time frame, right? So let's take a look at the bigger time frame. So the bigger time frame, our target is 1-to-1 extension, right? It is a 1-to-1 extension. So but we just about this 0.618, so we getting somewhere. But I mean 1-to-1 extension 0.618. I mean this entire move, this move. Let me just, because some of you guys weren't here. So like we said on the 1st, right, of April, we started to see a downtrend, right? A push to the a sideways correction, a push to the downside, right? So and then we say this move going to be this move going to be a 6% of that move, or a 1-to-1 extension, right? So you take a look at it, right? Okay, just depend how you draw it. But if you want to include this wick to the upside, you're gonna get your 1-to-1. It's kind of a little bit subjective, but I'm just gonna leave it like I said earlier, right? We're just gonna draw it from this green candle, right? That's the most bullish candle along this way. So in this route, so we're just going to draw it in that way. So we got a correction just about a 0.618 extension. It's just about, let's see, is it much? Yeah, it's much. It's a lot. It's a 10%, right? So the market respect these levels, 0.618, and 0.786. So 10% move. So let's look for a double bottom. If not, we're going to break it, and then I hate to say it, but we're going to make this low, right? Just about this 1-to-1 extension. So it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be like 4 or 5 days. It could be a big wick to the downside, right? Could be. But we just have to stay consistent with the rest of the market, because if you say like one coin going to go up and then another coin got the same pattern, making the same move, you say that coin going to go down. It doesn't make any sense. Otherwise, when I'm making another live stream, I won't remember what I said, like, because sometimes somebody asks and then I have to delete everything. But we're gonna look for this move first, right? Let's see, just about this area, right? This 1-to-1 extension, right? It is pretty aggressive, because if I include this move to the upside, we're already almost there, right? But we're already at 1-to-1 extension, right? But just to be safe, right, let's say we don't get to that. Let's say I use this move, right, and then we don't get to that area. So we're gonna get the reversal. As soon as we break this area, we're gonna get the reversal. But if you're like very aggressive, you take this move, we already at 1-to-1 extension, right? It's pretty valid. It's pretty valid to say we're at 1-to-1 extension. So a retest, a push to the upside is also valid, but just to be safe, right? Because BTC hasn't decided which way to go, and then most likely WANCHAIN gonna lose some of that BTC, right? Once BTC wants to go down, it's not gonna go, it's gonna go lower than BTC, right? So we be looking for 721. I think we talked about it last time. So like in that range, 700 to 750, in that range. So let's go ahead and please give target for polymath. Do you have trading view polymath, right? Because I'm not holding any polymath, right? I say poly BTC and poly dash. Okay. Okay, let's see. It is just about, let's see, like 22.96. The current price I think is 21.14, right? Let's see if we're going to be able to retest, because we already got a rejection out of it. So it's another 8%, right? Let's go to the lower time frame, because we already got a 3 up, 3 down. Right, we retested this area, right? So let's see if we're gonna get some rejection from this 50 MA, which is another 10%, which is just about 2,300. So right, 2,300 from the current price is about 9.9%, right? But it's 9% from the current price, so 9%, right? It already made this 3 move to the downside like that, right? Already got this move. So, but we're gonna have to wait and see, right? but make sure to, you know, put your stop losses very tight, because it's, but I hate to put a stop, I mean, if I had to put a stop loss, because of this wick to the downside, sometimes it's hard to say. Look at this, it's pretty nasty, but we're just gonna have to wait and see if it's gonna break this area of I think it's a new low, right? If you ignore this area, it is a new low for party. It is a new low, right? So let's move on to one chain, right? ICX, Bridgewell, INC. Let's take a look at ICX first, because let's go to one chain because somebody asked for one. Guys, make sure to hit the like and subscribe if you're new to the content, because some of you guys are, you know, I'm already familiar with y'all. So Royal, EL, Sarah, hey, William, Cast. Can I leave all those drawing? Yes, I try to leave all those drawing, but if you you might be new to my content, so but you have to remember also, it's not like we're not trying to be at 100% accurate, like 100% like predicting. We're not predicting, we're analyzing, right? We're analyzing. It's different. Like when you say when you predict and say when I say that one chain gonna go like to 9,000, I don't just jump and say one chain gonna go to 9,000. I've been covering the one chain since one chain was just about this area, and I hit that exact target of I missed the target actually, because one chain just stopped by at 13. I was looking for 1400. So, but you gotta think about it. Your target is, you're targeting, let's see, targeting 70% move to the upside, like 80% move to the upside, right? You got 70% move to the upside. Would you really care about like those 10%? I mean, I don't think I would be caring like about 10%, because most people are going to take like 90% of their profit before even, you know, it reaches price reaches that target. So, but let's take a look at one chain, right? I think the goal is not to be wrong or right, is to get the proper setup. And if you don't hit your target, you know why. You go back and see why you don't hit it. So, you're not going to be 100% accurate. So, if you are doing your TA, don't try to be 100% accurate, otherwise you're gonna hurt yourself, right? Because I know what I'm talking about. I try to be accurate all the time, and if I don't hit a target, I get, you know, pissed, but now I'm getting used to it. But you take a look at one chain, right? We say we're gonna get this move to the upside. We got a 1-to-1 push to the upside. We're looking for this retest, right? I'm gonna leave this one for you, William, right? So one chain, right? So we push to the upside, so we're looking for a retest of this bottom, right? And then we say this move, that's one BTC, right? It seemed like 7, we already, yeah, one BTC. So we're looking for this move back to a 700 to 750, right? So I think we already talked about one chain, so 700 to 750. So we already got this move. We talked about it a couple days ago. So we also talked about it a couple days ago, since one chain already like you know, started to drop from this area of the first, just like the rest of the market. So this one, we just talked about one. So, and then we talked about the other day also. Let's go to ICX. ICX BTC. Like ICX doesn't give us any we talked about ICX also. ICX was looking nice, like with this flag, right? It was looking nice with this flag, corrective move to the upside and coming back down exactly this area. So we say like we're looking for another move to the downside, right? Let's remove everything, get this move. We're exactly at 0.618, right? We say we're going to push to the upside, come back down. So next target is that 0.786, right? Because you gotta remember, BTC most likely, you know, gonna drop. That's what we had in that area. And then we say 0.786 is the next target for ICX. So let's just leave it there for William, right? Hopefully William got a fair Bitcoin too, right? So next target for ICX, this area of 624, right? 624. The selling pressure is declining, and that's a good thing, but BTC has not. Take a look at the selling pressure, is just declining. We most likely going to get a big move again, right, to the upside, but it's just going to give you like some noise just about this area, right, before the final drop to this area. That's what I had, like those green drawing you saw earlier. So just like Tron, I show you guys Tron. When Tron was at 0.618 at 500 sats, we got that 25% move to the upside, right? I was pretty bullish. I'm pretty bullish for Tron, but right, we got this 30% move to the upside, a double bottom. So we're still looking for this move because the market is pretty bearish. So, but we're holding strong at 0.618. We're holding strong at 0.618, right? 0.618 was our target since Tron was just about like this area, like let's say the first week of February, like almost 700 sats. We say Tron gonna come back down like to 0.618, exactly at 0.618. So it is respecting these lines. Hey, what's up, Todd? Thank you for tuning in, man. You're holding light. I'm talking about Litecoin, so okay, make sure to hit the like, William, if you are new to this channel. We've been covering Litecoin since Litecoin was 22, man, like back in December. So I've been covering Litecoin when it was like 28. That was like I think like last week of December. I had that on my trading view, targeted Litecoin $45 and then targeted Litecoin 57. We hit all those targets, but I haven't been following. I've just been holding now because it is, I mean, it is on a good it is moving well, so I don't have to do much because it is holding pretty strong. But when like these coins like moving to the downside, these coins are the most one that like Tron are the most one to be keep an eye on because they can be reversing very soon, right? We hit our target of 0.618. I have that on trading view. I just don't want to like stop the live stream because some other people are going to be watching. So but I got that on a trading view. Let's just do it. Let's TRX BTC. Look, I got that on trading view. That was, it was February 16, right? Second week of February. So we got that move. Like Tron, the price of Tron was almost like 700, like 658, right? So we target was 543. So sometimes I leave this on my trading view. That's why I don't worry about the chart. But I need to go back to my trading view and leaving this target on next because people are gonna be like, why are you deleting it? But if I have to keep a clean chart to be comfortable. I don't like a dirty chart. All right, somebody asked another coin. Let me see. Parley, we took ICX. We talked about it, right? ADA. Bought a little high, yeah. Hopefully, if you bought Tron, I mean, if you're holding for, I used to have a lot of Tron, man, back in 2018, like when it was like thing like I can't even remember. It was very cheap, less than 100 sats. So that was like very cheap back in 2020, late December, right? December 2017. So Tron was just about it here. It was like, yeah, I remember this, man. When Tron was like 100 sats, man, I remember that. So I have a lot of it. But let's go ahead and talk about somebody asked a coin. William. WANCHAIN. MCO. We already talked about MCO, right? So R&D. I'm going to talk about R&D, and we talked about AION also earlier. I don't know if you were here or not, but my previous altcoin daily, not altcoin but live stream. Let's go to ADA, right? And then we're going to talk about Litecoin. ADA, BTC, and BTT. Ah man, guys, I don't want to forget about BTC. ADA, right? Target is ADA is an easy one, right? Easy call. Target is just 50 EMA, just like Litecoin. Easy, that's the easy call, right? 50 EMA, just like Litecoin. No need to spend too much time on ADA, because we hit our target on ADA. William, also, if you are not familiar with our channel, we hit our target of 1897 on the dot, but the price went up like to 1944 for ADA. Been covering ADA since it was this area. So next target is 50%, right? Retracement just about this 50 EMA. It's gonna give us a big push, and then after that we're gonna update the price, right? Because next target is just depend how BTC is going to be reacting, right? So next target going to be like in this area of 0.618. We also talked about ADA, like could be making a bigger, very complicated move. We talked about it earlier, but let's just wait for this to move to a 50 EMA, right? Because if you go on a 4-hour, let's just remove everything, right? When you go to the 4-hour, we got this move just about this 3, right? We got this 3. We could be pushing a little high, right? We could, and then before we move down to that 50% retracement, which is going to be just about that 50 EMA, right? So, but we're gonna get some activities just about 50 EMA on the daily time frame, just like the rest of the crypto. It's gonna be a big fight in that range. Most people are gonna be looking to buy at those Fibonacci's level, right? They will be buying. So the 50 EMA, and then next one is just about this area. If like BTC decide to go bearish, goes bearish, right? So which is going to be like 1360. Next target just about like 14.9, 1450. I mean 1400, like 1450 and 1500 been our target. Like even like when ADA was just about this area for 1700. So it's not like a new target. I need to leave these chart. I mean these are pattern, not pattern. These are drawing just in this range. Doesn't have to be accurate. So let's look for this area for ADA to rebound. Right. Let's say 1500 to 1400. We said it like a couple days ago. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Litecoin, LTC, BTC. You see, LTC, we said a long time ago, target is 50 EMA. We said it a couple days ago. We still like moving to the downside, right? It is pretty bearish, at least for the short term. It's pretty bearish, right? But it's not a big deal. We eventually gonna get this. Move, right? We eventually gonna get this move, right? And maybe an ABC correction. That's the longest bearish momentum along. I mean, since like when? Since December, right? That's the longest bearish momentum, right? Like almost like 8 days, right? Just like XRP, 2, 4, 6, 8, right? 7 days. So if we goes bearish, if it goes bearish today, that's gonna be the 8th day, right? So, but we don't have any pattern of AB. You cannot say like this is ABC. You could like, if you wanna cheat me, you can say, oh, that's ABC, but it's not an ABC, right? You can make a 3 now. You need like some change in direction, right? So, and then most likely we're gonna get it from this 50 EMA, right? Just like that. How high? I don't know. Like maybe 8 to 10%, but I don't know how high. Let's see. But I would be targeting at least 382, right? Let's say you target 382 from this entire move. Let's just remove everything. You target 382 from this entire move. I hope you guys can see the screen, right? The rest of the market, made this move, right? Made this move, but made that move. But Litecoin did not make this type of move. It just, still bearish, right? So just like MCO, we cover MCO. MCO made this move like 50% pullback. So since Litecoin did not make that 50% pullback, we could be expecting at least a 382 pullback, right? After we get to this area, I still think we're gonna, we're gonna get to like 0.046, right? In that range. It doesn't have to be accurate, guys. So let's just say this area, right? So we're gonna get at least a 50% pullback. not at least, but you know, let's target a 382 first, right? Which is going to be like just about like 10% move, right? So which is pretty reasonable for Litecoin to do, right? So let me just leave that in here. So target here in this 382, right? At least, right? And then we're gonna see if right, so let me just leave it there, pull back. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it there for you, William. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about RND BTC. I think it's RND, right? RND. It's not showing up. Okay, Randolph. It says Randolph Bancorp. It's not a crypto. I say Nasdaq. Okay. RDN. Oh, okay. RDN. Radar Network. Okay. Just like the rest of the crypto, man. Just like the rest of the crypto, double tap just about the first, right? A push to the downside. So I don't know if I cover this coin since like the first, but it is making this. You see this move? Litecoin didn't make it, right? So Litecoin did not make that move. We pull back to a 0.618. We're holding strong. Another push to the upside. Let's see how far we pull from the top, from the bottom. So RND seems like it's at almost 0.786, right? From this area to that area. Okay, it's very close to this 0.786, right? So we got, like I said like earlier, guys, this 0.618 is very important. Look at this big move we got. You know, if you just want to play the market, you don't even have to wait for a bull market. Hey, you don't even have to wait. Look at this 13-14% from 0.618, right? You know, 13 to 15% from 0.618. So, and then we got a big rejection, so we just have to retest this area, right? If you go back to, let's go to the lower time frame. So lower time frame, let's get the R side. You see we got a nice divergence, right? This divergence. So it might be time for a reversal from a RDN, right? So let's double bottom. We got this move, right? Look for this move, right? Let me see. I'm looking for I would be looking for this move. I showed you guys earlier, right? Showed you guys earlier. So look for this move, right? So it's gonna retest it. So it's gonna retest it at least, and then we're gonna see if we're gonna reverse. But look for this move, a retest of this area, right? Of the previous low at least, right? So we got this divergence, nice. A push to the upside, another divergence, right? Before we get any move to the upside, right? So we should get some activities also, like another push from this 0.618. It's not going to be easy. Even if we make it, you know, lower, retest this low, it's not going to be an easy move. We're still going to get another move, right? So because this move was like, how much was it again? That's another 17%, right? From 0.786. We got a big one from you know, 13%, 0.618, and then we got 17 from 0.786, right? So let's go to the daily so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's remove this because this one is not sure, right? From 0.618 we got a 13% move, and from just about like 0.786 we got a 17% move, right? So just by playing these Fibonacci's, you know, let's say the market is turning bearish, you just wait for the return. That's it. That's all you do. Let's go take a look at ETC. So because ETC is on a return, so we can leave like a pattern over there. Even though I'm pretty bullish on ETC, 60% move, right? So let's take a look at ETC, right? It's just a random coin we talked about. So big support from 50 and 100, right? 0.618, right? A nice reversal from the 50 MA. That's just about like 8%. So you're gonna get something. out of this range of 0.618, right? So next target for ETC just to come back, retest this low, and drop with BTC probably, right? This low right here, just about this area of 0.786. We should get another 10 to 15% move right after that, and then we're gonna take a look at the R side, because it's too soon to say to call for a reversal, even though we are at 0.618. So, but it did well the first week of the month. It's just it went up too much, man, like 60% in 1 week. So it went up too much. It was too vertical. So it was too vertical. Hey, what's up, Max X? You bullish on ETC? You should have a it must be a new follower. We called for this not we, but you know, I was pretty bullish on ETC like for this month, but the move happened too fast. A 60% move right from this low, you know, 55% though. It happened too fast, man. Both ETC and BCH SV. So you look like Craig Wright too. You have I think this picture is Craig Wright. So all right, so we take a look at the AION, right? AION. I think we haven't taken a look at AION. We talked about AION today, so let's remove. So AION, I remember what we said, right? Because I put a circle in here, right? We said we're gonna push to the upside, and then we're gonna come back down to the 0.786, just like the rest of the market. So it like on the live stream, it was going up, right? We say, you know, still gonna get a rejection. That was even before we get this rejection, because the live stream was 3 p.m. right? So and then we getting this rejection because we're not at this, we're not at that level of a reversal, right? It's not giving us a reversal pattern. It looked nice, right? But it's not reversing yet. It's not, even though we got a 3 down, right? We got a 3 down. We got a 3 down, 0.618 pullback, right? Just like the rest of the crypto. Like every time they get back to this 0.618, you can expect like a look at 21% move, right? It dropped a little bit below 0.618, but that's why I said I don't place your order. Like, it's not a financial advice, but don't place your order just right at 0.618. So just place like at least like 2.5% to, that way, you know, you at least can cover your fees, right? So, but exactly at a 0.618, give or take, right? And another, even if you bought it like a exactly at a 0.618, you still get a 10%, right? Still 10%. So, but look for another move to the downside and retest this low. So BTC has not done anything, so it already completed this this one-to-one extension, right? I mean, this ABC correction to the downside, right? So the most probable scenario is a retest of this low, a break it, fake out, and give us another pushback, right? And then you would be looking for at least for this 382, right? 382 level. Let's see, 382. If it retests that area, you would be looking for 382 first target, right? First target to get a confirmation. I don't know why I'm getting yellow line. That would be like a 30% move, right? If we retest this low. So, but let's just wait and see, right? Because we already hit our first target. Let's see if we're gonna come back and retest this low first of all. The market can be crazy sometimes. You have to remember, we're analyzing, we're not predicting. But the prediction is easy. You can just wait and say, oh, this coin gonna 100x, right? And then you wait for 10 years, it's gonna 100x, your prediction is right. But when you do like a daily analysis, you have to be very careful, right? ETC to $9, no doubt. Hey, what's up? I can't read this symbol, but I know it has a 2 in it. It has a 2. It say ETC to $9, no doubt. Of course, ETC gonna hit $9, man. I think it hit it. We hit a 850 on 850 on Robinhood, because I have ETC on Robinhood. So I only buy ETC from Robinhood. So, and some other coins I only buy them from Robinhood. So even though I cannot withdraw them, I just accumulate them for a long term. So it's not, I don't even care about I started buying like $4, so like $4, $4.50 on Robinhood, so it was pretty cheap, right? But you know, I missed that 60% move though, so I didn't accumulate enough, you know. But let's go ahead and can you leave? Let's go ahead and talk about Populous PT. Populous. I believe Populous came back down just about this area again. I don't know why Populous is doing this. Okay. We're looking for this double bottom for Populous, and that's what we say on the all sides. So price is coming back down, right? So we had this big move, big rejection. I said ignore this wick. It's very irrelevant, because if you go like to other, you know, other exchange, you're not gonna find it, right? So we're expecting this double bottom, you know, and then if the market is ready to reverse, Populous is gonna reverse with them. But let's wait for this double bottom, and then we're gonna update the price, right? We talked about the all side, right? We don't have any sign of divergence yet, right? On the all side, even though we already double bottom in the bigger picture, right? It could be something big for Populous, this big double bottom, just like XRP. So nice falling wedge, not falling wedge, nice divergence, right? The falling wedge was just about this area, right? This edge. So, and I started covering Populous since we were just about this area. So, but Populous did not go as much as I expected. Instead of it's making a nice double bottom, so it pushed it up, so I came back down to this area, right? So look for this divergence now. That's going to be a first divergence we get after this big one, right? Like that. It doesn't have to look like that, but this one could break a little lower, right? It fake out. We could even get this wick, right? So it pushed it upside. So, but we're just gonna have to wait, because BTC, you know, is not telling us which way to go. Okay, BCH may be delisted. Delisted. Okay. Yeah, I heard that rumor. So, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. If that's the case, it's gonna, all your analysis might be useless if we take a look at BC, we take a look at SV, right? And then it is going to be delisted. Okay, let's go take a look at BCH SV, and then we're gonna go to our normal. Okay, BCH SV USDT, right? We're looking for this double bottom, just like the rest of the crypto. Came back like almost like, let's just remove everything. Came back all the way up, all the way down to this area, right? It's gonna make a big move though. It's gonna give us a reversal move now. So look for a reversal, unless it got delisted, right? Exactly at 0.786, right? So, but also is not giving, is not looking nice so far. It is moving sideways. It's a good thing, but you know, we already at the 0.786. We could be expecting a, you know, rejection from this area first, right? For a sign of reversal, we have to get a rejection first. So that's almost like a 8% move to the upside. So before a rejection, so it's not gonna make this straight move just like Litecoin. I don't know why Litecoin is making that straight move, but it's not gonna make this straight move to zero. I mean, I don't say it's gonna, I'm not saying it's gonna go to zero, but like to you know, to the baseline basically. Cause it is making a flat correction, not flat, but a straight line correction all the way down, right? Because I don't think that's the three wave. You have to go to the lower time frame. Yeah, on the lower time frame, you can, you know, say it's the three wave to the downside. A nice correction just about this area. Right, we got a nice correction just about this area. So I didn't even see this, right? And come back retest it. So it is time to get another rejection from the previous fib level. So, but I'm expecting this. I'm expecting, at least for the short term, a rejection from that fib level, double bottom, right? It pushed it upside, coming back down. We already got this divergence on the lower time frame. So I don't cover much BCHSB, but just by looking at the rest of the market, you know, like at least you know, it's gonna give you a similar move, right? So I would be anticipating a move from I don't have any, so I'm just doing an analysis on the SV. So but let's see if you're gonna get this rejection from this area, a 7 to 10% rejection, which is not much for BCH, right? SV, it's not much, so it could go a lot higher. It already went like 50% this month alone before this sell off. So let's go ahead and take a look at BTC again, because some of you guys see if BTC is doing something crazy. eBoost Bittrex, EBOOST Bittrex. Okay, Bitcoin is still holding strong, right? So it's nothing much going on, right? Current price on Binance is dropping slowly, almost 5,000, right? 590. We said it, man, it's gonna be a slow bleed to this area of 50 MA. So it is going to be a slow bleed. It's not gonna be a sell-off. We said it. Okay, even if it's gonna be a sell-off, we're gonna get rejection. So we're looking for this, you know, 40. It says 4763 to you know, 4800 in that range, that, you know, 0.618 extension. So I'm pretty bullish on BTC, but we need this drop, man. We need this drop back down to this area. All right, 20% drop due to rumor. Okay, that's not good. $6. Okay. All right, let's take a look at a Dash, and then we go to, so we're gonna go to my normal list, right? Dash BTC. Okay, Dash, we're getting a nice support, right? A nice support from 50 MA. Litecoin is not getting that support yet, so that's the support we're looking for, Litecoin. But Dash is holding strong, right? Exactly at 0.618 extension. So I think we could see like some bullishness from the market very shortly, but BTC gonna mess up the whole party, right? So 1.618 extension exactly at a 50 MA and 100 MA, big rejection. So just by buying from this area, guys, that's already a 7% move, right? 8% move. So if you, like, let's say you're not like me, you're not greedy, so that's a 8% move, right? So, and then it is already, it's not at, let's see what level we at 50%, right? We got that rejection just about like 0.618. So if you really take a look at it, right, we keep talking about this 0.618. all the whole market is coming back to 0.618 with a big rejection, right? With a big rejection, at least, you know, a guaranteed 7 to 8% move, right? Guaranteed from this area 0.618, right? It is guaranteed, right? So I haven't seen like any coin pulling back to 0.618 without giving you at least a 8 to 13% move to the upside. Some of them they give you like 25, like Tron. I talked about Tron, right? So depending how bearish, you know, that coin was, coming down to a 0.618. So usually like if you get like a coin went up like 200%, coming back down to like 0.618, it'll give you like those you know, 25, 30% move, you know. But like Dash, it just went up like, you know, nothing. Let's see Dash. That's 63%, right? So it's not bad. That's just about 10% of this entire move you got from this 0.618, right? So it's not bad. Tron went up like 200%. It give you 10% about that. I mean 10% of that entire move at 0.618. So I don't know if that makes sense or not. It doesn't have to be accurate, but Tron went up 200%, right, versus BTC. Came back down to 0.618, give you 20% move. Dash went up, you know, 60%, came back down to a 0.618, give you, you know, 6 to 8% move, right? So just about 10% of this entire move, which is, you know, pretty nice, right? Pretty nice. So you get two of them, you already got 20%, right, of that entire move. So and you're also gonna get another move just about this 0.618. If Dash come back down to this area, you're gonna get another 6 to 8%. So it'll give you 20%. It's not a, I mean, it is not a financial advice, but you know, we are, you know. So let's go ahead and talk about we already talked about engine EOS, right? EOS BTC. I think we talk about MCO too. Somebody asked about MCO, right? EOS BTC. Yeah, EOS, we said EOS was making a double top, and then we're looking for EOS to come back into this back a 10% drop. That's what we're waiting for EOS to do, right? So let me just remove this thing right here. Probably useless. Right. So we talked about EOS like just less than 12 hours ago. So nothing dramatic. So we're still waiting for EOS to get back within this area, right? For a possible support, right? Right, for a nice support. But let's say EOS decide to be bearish and you're looking for a big reversal from EOS, right? Looking for a big reversal from EOS. And this area is already 382, right? So 73.56, right, would be a nice area to look for EOS, right? For a 13, let's say 13 to 14% move from this 0.618. It's not there yet, but just something to keep in mind, right? So remind me if EOS get to 0.618, a 13 to let me just put it right here, a 13 to 14% move, right? Doesn't have to be accurate. Even a 10% is pretty good. So let's say 10 to 13. That's better. So to cover the whole that entire, you know, fib level of 50%, right? But next target for EOS is just about this area of 50 MA, right? We're going to get some activities, and depending on how our BTC is going to be reacting later on, we're going to restructure. We're going to talk about China, EOS again. Excuse me. Okay, gas, NEO, you're right. I haven't talked about gas. Gas was looking interesting. I have a big list, but if I have to go through the whole list, sometimes it's not going to be interesting. I like to be good. I like to make it, very interactive, right? I'm very bullish on gas, so you guys know that, right? Gas and NEO, I'm very bullish. I like the NEO wallet, the neon wallet. So it's okay. Gas, exactly what we talked about, right? So we were looking for gas to retest this area, right? It retested, but it couldn't hold strong. Now it is, it is trying to get back up, but it couldn't hold, right? We wanted gas to make this move just about this area, push to the upside, right? So gas already made that move, right? So we say we're looking for gas to get back to this area, but it's still like moving to the downside. No area for support, right? Let's see where we at the gas right now. Okay, just like the rest of the market, right? We got this move. We got this move. Way below 1-to-1 extension, right? That was a target. Now we getting some sign of a reversal, but it seems like we're not gonna reverse, right? Seems like we're not gonna reverse. So next area of support for gas, just about it. I got some gas, so 0.618, right? 55. So been holding since 700. So it's painful though sometimes, but when you have it in the wallet, so you don't. Sometimes you're too lazy to. But 1.618 extension 55.555, right? Which is also a great area of support, because gas can give you. The reason why I'm not worried about gas, it's not a financial advice. Like gas can give you this big move to the upside, right? So if you place some big order just about, I think like gas gonna hit my target is actually just about this area, right? Let's say almost 1163, right? 00116. Let's say 00116, right? So, but let's wait and see what type of reaction we're gonna get from this area, because we don't have any. BTC is pretty looking weak, Like a 4 to 5% drop from gas gonna hurt, I mean from BTC gonna hurt gas, right? So but it was pretty bullish, like just about this area, like before BTC like made that initial move to the upside. Gas was pretty bullish, right? It was pretty bullish, man. It was pretty bullish. But BTC, you know, started to go up, and then all these like low cap coin, they have to drop. So but gas was pretty bullish, just like NEM. NEM also like dropped to the downside, and ZILLIQA. So BTC will surge till July. Okay, we will see. Let's go ahead and talk about NEO. So gas next target, like if let's say we don't get any, because we don't have any reversal sign, just about it, we don't have any, right? Even though we attempt to it is making a corrective move, right? But let's wait for a reversal sign first. It's no reversal sign. Last time we got a reversal sign just about this area, right? We didn't get to this area, but we could get one, but we have to wait for the reversal sign. Right, it is moving sideways. Definitely it is moving sideways, but it's now we have to wait for this big push, a retest, push and retest, right? Get the divergence before we move to the upside, right? So let's see, let me keep the chart clean, guys. Okay, so that's what we're looking for, gas, at least for the short term. Let's go to NEO, right? I think we didn't talk about NEO BTC, since we already talked about gas. No reversal sign for NEO. NEO is still dropping to the downside, right? Just like a Litecoin, straight down, right? So we're waiting for this move to the upside and a retest, but NEO is not giving us that move yet, right? Still keep moving to the downside, right? Let's wait till we get to 0.618. We are just about like 50%, right, of this entire move, right? And then we are already like at 0.786 of the second move, 3 up, right? 1 2 3, right? We are at 0.786. So it is quite interesting how NEO gonna give us a you know, 50% from the entire move. So most likely 0.618 is more reasonable, right? Before you move to the upside retest, right? And then we see where we're gonna go next, and then let BTC so that's what I had in here, right? This move to the upside, right? We're looking for this move from NEO, right? I'm still bullish on NEO. BTC has to decide which way we're gonna go, so it is killing us. Okay, eBoost, Bittrex, extremely oversold, right? Hasn't been around. I mean, how long this coin been around? Let's see. I mean, long enough, right? Oh, it's been around since 2017, 2016, right? On Bittrex, never seen it on Bittrex, but it is on a nice downtrend, right? That was nice downtrend. It is on a nice, it is making some new lows, right? So let's put it, this line right here. It is making some new lows. Yeah, that's, I mean, yes, it hasn't been the previous low, just about to say. So and then it started dropping since the 1st, the 4th, right? Just like the rest of the coin, but it is not giving any sign of a reversal. Nice falling wedge, right? Eventually it's going to drop. It is going to make a move to the upside, just like NCash, right? NCash got the same pattern, so that's how I know this. Remember this coin. So remember this pattern. So we got this move to the downside, right? You would be looking for a push to the upside, just like the rest of the market, but it is not. This is only one of the few coins I see like not moving like above the area of 100 EMA, right? I said it. So this one is not even moving above its area of 100 EMA. So let's wait for a double bottom here and push to the upside here and double bottom. So I'm not sure like how long this move gonna last, because you just don't know, right? Because it's not giving you any three wave to the downside, right? So it is just dropping out of nowhere, right? So it is just dropping out of nowhere. So we need a like a initial move, sideways correction, right? A push to the upside, come back, retest it. So either we're gonna get this, right, or you're gonna get that, but you don't know which one it is going to make. But the R side is pretty much like, you know, at 0, right? So it's like 24, not 0, but you know, R side is extremely low. That's what I mean, 22. So let's just wait. Remind me next time we talk about it, and then we're gonna cover it again, right? So, but it is just going down and down. You don't have no fib level to refer to, nothing. So you just have to wait for corrective move and reversal sign. Let's say this coin went up like with the market like that, right? Went up with the market like that, right? Then you would be waiting for a certain level, right? A move, come back down, another push, right? But you don't have any reversal sign. So even though the falling wedge is pretty nice, but it's not such a nice thing as a falling wedge, but you would be always expect like a reversal from a falling wedge. So, but remind me next time we talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about Ethereum next. For Ethereum, we're looking for this double bottom on the R side, so we still like moving to the downside, right? So if you get a double bottom on the R side, you want to get a lower low on the price, right? So we're looking for this lower low. So we're looking for Ethereum to drop even below this area of let's see, I think it's a 0.031, right? Just about 0.0305, right? 305, 0.0305, right? So, and then we got this corrective move, so we're gonna break this low, see how low we at right now. So Ethereum hasn't been doing nothing, man. So it is just slipping. To me, it is just slipping. So I'm still looking for this one-to-one extension. That's what I've been looking for from Ethereum, and NEO, but they move together, NEO and Ethereum. So just to be conservative, right? Just one-to-one extension, right? So, but we have to finish up this corrective move, right? We have to finish this corrective move. So you could also argue like you got your one. Let's see. Let's double check. So it could be a long correction for Ethereum, but we just have to wait and see, right? We have to wait because BTC is not telling us which way to go again. But first target for Ethereum is just to this area. It's not even much. So when you think about it, like when Ethereum can go up like 15-20% in one day, so a corrective move down to this area is like 4%. It's not even much. So it's not even much. But we got a rejection, double bottom, right? So I'm gonna update the price again once we get the R side, make a double bottom, and then the price retest most likely this area, right? And then we're gonna update the price. So if BTC goes 8% down, Ethereum gonna go 8% down also. So almost 8% down, right? So all right, golden gas, GVTs. Let's go to GVT and then Harlow next. Genesis Vision, it's been dying also like the last 2 weeks. As we mentioned previously, right, we're looking for a reversal from a Genesis Vision just about this area. So I didn't change nothing about Genesis Vision. So we said we got 3 down, we were looking for the 3 up and come back down. Basically that's what is it doing right now. So so look for a same thing on the R side, right? So R side is basically doing the same thing. So the drawing is not just proportional to the R side, right? But R side is doing the same thing. So we got this push up, right? Yeah, let's see what type of some of these coins, they respect the fib levels, so they just easy to check, right? So we got exactly at 0.618 extension, right? That was our target push. I mean, not target, but we say it's gonna make a push up, push down, outside already, like you know, oversold, a double bottom from the outside, and then we're gonna recheck this, go back and check this 50 EMA again, and most likely gonna get a rejection. So, but we will see. Okay, Golem, right? Let's go talk about IOTA. IOTA been dying also, slowly, not dying, but bleeding. So IOTA give us a nice 3-wave to the downside, right? But we don't have any divergence yet, right? So that's the hard thing about IOTA. We got this move, so we got this move to the downside. It's been bleeding. I just been taking a look. So, and IOTA is one of my top pick, but IOTA. Okay, a downside. So I'm looking for this move just about this area, right? That's what I'm looking for. IOTA to do this move right here. I drew it for you guys right earlier. So this move and that move, right? And then our side gonna make that move. So we're gonna get our divergence before it move to the upside. So let's see how IOTA gonna perform. That's exactly 1-to-1 extension. So it should be time for IOTA to make a reversal, right? So let me just remove everything so we can leave a draw pattern before we get back to this area. So okay, we got a 1-to-1 extension, right? Let me just show you 1-to-1 extension, right? Exactly at 1-to-1 extension, right? You know, with the arrow, same exact move, right? So it is time for IOTA to give us a move to the upside, right? And then a retest. So our side, right, gonna give us this move, right? We most likely gonna break this just to get this divergence before it moves. So so I'm just gonna leave this as it is, and then we're gonna check IOTA and see how accurate it is going to be. But it's going to be it's gonna be very hard for IOTA to make this move because BTC. So unless BTC holds strong at 50, I mean at the you know 5,000, not 50,000, right? 50,000 BTC. Okay, so remind me if I don't talk about IOTA, because IOTA is already making a new low, right? That's at least, right? It is making a new low on Binance. No, it's not a new low. We got this area, November 17th. So, but this year it is making a new low, right? The last, 9 months, 8 months, right? So, I'm just gonna leave it like this. So, let's go to Golem. I used to remember Golem. They call it like computer something. Golem. I think it's GNT, right? GNT BTC. Okay, Golem already got the 3 down, right? So sometimes it's just nice when a coin gives you a nice pattern to recognize. So we already got the 3 down, right? So you see this 3 down, right? You got your 3 down. You're looking for this push to the upside, right? We can't even break it higher than this area. Break it higher, right? In a retest. So it is time for this retest and a break. So look for this move from Golem, right? So it is definitely looking nice. So, and a few other coins are already making this move. So they're already making this move. But after this push to the upside, most likely, coming back down, depending how high we get, right? We could come back down 10 to 15. Could lose all that momentum, right, to get a divergence. Because Golem didn't do much, right? Just like Populous. It didn't do much, right? Just like Populous, right? So maybe it did a lot, man. 50% move, right? That's a lot, man. 50% move, right? From the first week of February. So I said it like I never covered Golem, right? But most of the altcoins, they went up above the area of 100 EMA. Like I said it, no exception. Even BTC, only few of them, right? The coin I just covered, I think it's I can't even remember. I just covered it, right? It's moving like a e-boost, right? I think e-boost and cash moving there below the area of 50 MA. So, but only few of them are moving. Were moving like back in December below the area of 50 MA. Only few of them. So it was like nice to recognize. So, alright guys, make sure to hit the like and subscribe if you're new to the content. You know, so you can get these updates. So it is free updates, right? I didn't even update my own list yet. So let's take a look at WTC, BTC, right? It is similar to Walton, but it is performing better than Walton for some reason. I mean, it is similar to a Populous, WTC Walton. Big support from this area for 50 MA. That was our initial target, right? You know, that was like when, you know, Walton was making this move. So we had this target, like, you know, almost like 60% move, right? 60% move, right? Since we were covering Walton. But it is a nice corrective move. So nice corrective move, but it has to come down, right? Eventually it has to, just like the rest of the market, it has to come down. The market is not going, it is not going up by itself, right? So you take a look at, we've been talking about the 0.618, exactly at 0.618 we got this reversal move. So the next target is come back down to 0.618 and then move sideways, right? Ignore this wick to the downside, right? Move sideways before we retest this area if BTC wants us to do so, right? But it's going to be a big fight just about this area, right? So you see, like Walton went up, like I think recently, like 10-15% to the upside, right? So if you knew like what was going on, you know, like Walton is back to a 0.618. That's a 20% move, right, to the upside. So 20% move to the upside. Let's take a look at Nano, because Nano going to make a similar move. Nano going to make a similar move, right? He's going to make a similar move. So just remind me if you don't talk about Nano, right? So remind me if you're in the chat room, right? So you see Nano is not even back to 0.618, right? So target for Nano, right? 50, just about this 50 MA, right? It is going to be very aggressive because Nano was just aggressive like recently. So that aggressivity is going to continue, right? Once we get to this area. So let's see. And Nano was all bullish, but BTC, you know, doesn't want anybody to go up. So which is just another 8 to 10% drop, right? So I would place, I mean, not you, but would be buying Nano just about 2680, 2690, right? Just 2% below this area. So just to cover your just to cover the you know, fees. I know it's pretty small on Binance, but sometimes it accumulates over time. I think Binance is 0.1. I really don't look up fees too much, but sometimes it accumulates, right? I think we talked about XLM, right? Royal Computer. So let's talk about XLM and then we move on to Lisk, Mana, XLM. And then we're going to move on to the privacy coin, actually, XLM. XLM BTC is not showing up. XLM BTC. Yes, you hear Stellar Lumens. It's 3 AM. Okay, Stellar Lumens. We talked about this move, right? We were looking for this move to the upside and then a retest of this area. Let's go to the lower time frame, right? So we're still moving sideways, so we didn't get this move to the upside. We're still moving sideways. Our side is looking great, so let's see if Stellar gonna get a rejection from so So we said it's not gonna break it. I remember, like I think it was somebody in the chat room. He said like XLM is making it's gonna make this inverted head and shoulder. I said yes, it is going to be an inverse head and shoulder, but it is not gonna break it, right? Even if it breaks it, we're gonna come back and retest this area because we need a divergence, right? We don't have any. I mean, we got a small one in here, but our side has to come back down till we get another one. So our side has to come back down a little lower. I was pretty bullish on XLM back in, I'm still bullish, but we have to get a reversal. So I'm looking for this move to the downside. But I think he said like this inverse head and shoulder. I said it's pretty valid, but even if we break it, right, it's just a 3% move to the upside. We're gonna get a rejection from this area anyway. So we're gonna get it. So the most probable scenario for XLM is to make this move to the downside, right? A possible break it, right? Get this, so we can get this divergence, a bigger divergence on a lower time frame, right? So because we're not getting any reversal sign, right, on our side, right? Unlike when we were at this this area, we got a nice reversal sign and then we took it all the way up 40% move, right? Now we are making this move. So we got a big candle, right? But it didn't do much. This candle didn't do much. It didn't do much. It's a 2% move. So it is just big because I zoom in. So it is just yeah. But XLM started to drop since the 19th, right? Didn't even have to wait for this. The first just killed everything. So and then it made this 1-to-1 extension. Let's see, 1-to-1 extension. It is exactly a 1-to-1 extension. So we need this reversal at least, right, for the short term. We need this push to the upside and then this move. That's what we're looking for, XLM. All right. So if you take a look at it, it is probably, let's see, it is probably at the 0.786. I think we talked about it. It is exactly at 0.786. So we need this reversal, otherwise we're gonna come back down to the new low, to this area, not new low, but to this area of 2000. But we need this reversal, right? We got one from 0.786, not 0.78, 0.618, right? I keep saying it, right? We got a 10% move, right? 10% move from 0.786. So 0.618, sorry, excuse me. And then XLM went up like 50%, right? And then give us a 10% move from 0.618, right? So that's pretty good. So let's go take a look at Nano. We already talked about Nano, but let's just take a look at it again. Okay, Nano, we already got a set up for Nano, right? Just about this area. So just to remind ourselves, right, if you're holding Nano. In cash, Nuclear Vision, we talk about Genesis Vision also, right? So we take a look at Encash. We got a big support from 0.618, right? Last time we talked about Encash, we say we're gonna get a target was this area, right? So but it is still holding strong. We can look for a reversal from Encash at least for the short term, because I think it's at like 39, right? Encash was doing really well, just about like 54 sats. Now it's at 39 sats, right? A nice ABC correction to the downside, right? A double bottom, almost a double bottom on the R side, but it's not convincing, right? Double bottom on the R side, just like that, price moving to the downside. So we got this big move, but we just have to push higher. So but let's just wait and see. We're gonna talk about it next time also when we come back. VChain. Hey, what's up, Sunny? Hey, what's up, Young Mo? BTT, you just come in? Thank you for reminding me. So I was waiting for you to show up so I can show you BTT. BTC. I'm just joking, so. VChain, right? Let's see. BTT just break this area of 0.618. So now it is just about this area of 0.786. So it's not even much. I think we talked about BTT before, and we say it's gonna, can't remember, but I think I knew we talked about BTT, and then it was just about this area of 0.6786, right? Well, just about this area. So and we said there's a 30% drop, but that's a lot. So that's a lot. But it is just about this area of 0.786. 0.78. So let's look for a reversal then, because I don't think it's gonna drop out of this 0.786 and come back retest without any reversal pattern, without any basically any correction, because this move, the volume is too low, so it is hard to do any TA on it, right? And then we also said like BTC, it's not BTC, it's hollow. I think hollow looked like a BNB and BTC back in the day, like 2011. But BTC doesn't have any volume, man. The volume is too low to do any TA on it, and then the history is also very short. Doesn't have a lot of history. So even if you're trying to do BTT on like a 4-hour time frame, it's not. Now the volume is too low. 14-15 sats. I mean, the pattern is basically like the rest of the market: double top, double bottom, double top, come back down to 0.786. So basically it is following the market, right? So but it's just like it is hard to coming back to 0.618 already give you like 30%, right? And coming back down to 786, get a rejection, also already at 20%, right? So it is just hard to do any analysis on it when the volume is so low and it is moving like one sats per hour or something like that. I'm just saying, but it's not moving much. Just like ZILLIQA also has a very low volume. So you take a look at this. It's just it's kind of like some the volume is very low. So even if you zoom in, you're not seeing anything. So you're only seeing bars. So that's about it for BTT, right? So even if it reverses, you're not. I mean, the volume is too low, man. It has to have like enough history and enough volume for it to be fun to push to the upside. So the movement gonna be more fun. So, but it's not enough history. It's not enough history. You gotta give it like another, like, let's say, give it like 6 months, like something like that, so people can be familiarize themselves with the coin. So take a look at the weekly chart. You're gonna get probably 2 bars, right? So yeah, the weekly chart is better. So but you got a nice corrective move to the downside. So I would be looking for a reversal back to this area. So if I were to buy BTT, right, like, it's not a financial advice, but I would be looking for a reversal at 0.786. 830. It says 30%, but it is pretty nice. It's just 13 to I mean, the percentage is the same, just about like 13 to 18 sats. It is 6% is 60%, 40% is 40%. It doesn't matter how many sats. So let's take a look at the you're welcome, Soha. VChain, right? VChain Bitcoin. Okay. On VChain, that's a weekly chart, but we're still looking for a drop, right? That's a weekly chart, right? All right, you see, we're looking for this drop from VChain, right? It has not given us like that 3-wave move to the downside, right? So we say we're looking for this drop to the downside, so we can initially get this 3 waves. So, but let's see how it's gonna play out. Let's see how it's gonna play out. So let's see where we at on the fib levels, right? Let's take the entire move. Okay, that was just 50%. Now we're looking for a 0.618, right? So next target is just about this area of 0.618, right? So alright guys, I'm about to call it a night if you guys don't have any coin to cover. So if I have any question, any coin, and then we talk about it before I call it a night. So just about 120 to 118, but we have to get this initial drop first. So 120 to 118, right? Next target, and then after that we're gonna update the price for VChain, right? VChain. Let's take a look at Chainlink, and then I'll give you guys time to respond, because sometimes it's a little delay on the chat room. Link BTC. You must be okay, Sonny. You fell asleep, but you just woke up. All right. Okay, Chainlink is giving us a nice corrective move, right? So it is giving us a nice corrective move. DNT, a nice corrective move. So, but it is giving us a nice corrective move, just about 0.618. So we just have to wait and see, because Dent is I'm pretty bullish on Dent, right? I'm pretty bullish on Dent, and not Dent Link, right? Chainlink. So I think like Chainlink has already bottomed. It went up so high versus BTC, so just like a Tron, right? So we exactly at 50%. We got a big move to the upside. So look for this move back to a 0.618. I'm looking for this move. I'm looking for this move back to a 0.618 for a nice reversal, right? For a nice reversal. So Chainlink, right, coming back to 0.618. So all right, so let's leave that for Chainlink, right? Next target for Chainlink, just about 720 to 750, right? Not 750, but 7450. So Chainlink is almost over. So it's almost $1, right? And not $1, but I think ICX WANCHAIN WANCHAIN is like 8,000. So and Chainlink and WANCHAIN has the same price, so that's a 74.24 in that range. So now Chainlink is $4, something like that. It's more than that, so it's like 11,000. Yeah, so we're looking for like 7,000 in that range. So it is pretty it's a big move. It's a big move to the downside, right? So it is pretty aggressive to wait for this 25 to 30% to the downside. But if BTC decides to it's almost 20%, right? So if BTC decides to like goes below 4,800, most likely Chainlink will. But it is holding strong just about this area of 50 AMA. I mean not 50 AMA, 50%, right? It doesn't have 50. Let's see. Remove this, add the 50 AMA. Favorites. Okay. It is below the 50 AMA, so it is not a good sign at all. So it is not a good sign. But I'm pretty bullish on Chainlink at least. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about Dent, and then Dent. I know I got some Dent since like 2017, right? Dent is making the same move as the eBoots, right? For some reason, we just talk about eBoots, so we're looking for a reversal. I think we talked about it last time. So it broke this area. We're looking for this reversal, but it broke this area. So let's see how Dent gonna react to going below this area, right? So It's no reversal sign yet. So the RSI is double bottoming. It is double bottoming if you go on the lower time frame. The volume is very low, but it is double bottoming. But it is double bottoming just about below this area of resistance we zeroed out. And then we were looking for a reversal from this area, but it is double bottoming below this area. So it is hard to predict this, not predict, you know, it is hard to tell on these lower cap coins because the volume is so low and then they moving like by one sats. So but the falling wedge, nice falling wedge, just like the rest of the crypto, break this area of I mean that's a new trend line, right? So it could, you still can, you know, draw this trend line because you only got 2 points unless you want to include this one, right? So if you include this one, you still got 3, right? It's still a valid area of support. So you just have to wait at what point we're gonna get this reversal, right? So but we need a divergence before we call for a reversal, right? So we need this to move higher, right? This price to get to this area and come back to retest the trend line, right? Come back, retest this trend line. So let's look for that divergence, right? Beyond your no. Okay. Hey, Quanto or video. Quanto. All right. I don't speak Italian, but I know Quanto is hello, I think, right? Because I've been in Italy. I was in Italy last summer, so. So 100 sats VChain should drop too. So we just talked about VChain, right? So maybe that's what you're talking about. All right. Let's go ahead. I know a video. Go back to ICX BTC. All right, ICX, we already got this 0.618. We already talked about it, right? And WANCHAIN, right? We already talked about it. So we're looking for this move, right? If ICX push to the upside, okay, it is making like a vertical move to the downside, so it need a big correction, right? So basically you're looking for ABC correction, right? But we need this big correction to the upside, right? Before a final drop somewhere in this range, right? Just about like let's say we say it's 600, right? Just by 620 to 650, right, in that range. So but we don't have any reversal sign on our side. Is looking you know, it look like to go horizontal. So but if like ICX doesn't give us this big move, it should give us a big move from 0.78, I mean 0.618, right? It gives us a big reversal, but it's not a crack candle, right? It's not a bullish candle, it's just a reversal. So and this reversal is just about, you know, 10%, right? So heard you speaking in my dream about coins. Okay. WANCHAIN BTC. Okay. WANCHAIN also, we're looking for a smaller drop from WANCHAIN. We already covered WANCHAIN, so to get the divergence. So we already covered WANCHAIN, right? So we got this rejection from the 50 MA, a retest, right? We want this RSI to decline, right? It is too vertical. I like WANCHAIN, but the RSI is too vertical. Let the RSI decline, and then we're gonna retest this area. The next fib level for WANCHAIN is just about, let's see, we're already like all the way down back to this area. So but we most likely gonna get a support, right, from this area. But we're looking for this push to the upside, a retest of it, to get a divergence from the RSI. So all right, guys, that's about it for today. We already talked about ADA. Let's go ahead and talk about ADA, and then we call it a day, call it a night. We already talked about ADA. We look for a support from this area of 0.618, right? So we're looking for a support from this area of 0.618, just about 1400 to 1500 in that range, right? So I know it is a pretty big gap, but that's where I would be looking for a support. Now this area. So we're gonna get a reversal sign from this area. It might not be like the initial reversal because the whole market is going back to March 1st, right? The first week of March. So let's wait for ADA to retest this 0.618, give us a big move, and then we're gonna decide where we go next. Because sometimes you don't have to, if you're swing trading or day trading, you don't have to, buy here and sell there, right? You know what I mean, buy high, sell low. But you could be like accumulating and over, dollar cost averaging down to this area. So let's say you're swing trading, you could be waiting for this area and get your 10% move. Because ADA gonna give you a reversal pattern just about this area. Not a reversal pattern, but a push to the upside from a 0.618, just like the rest of the crypto, right? So it went up. How much it went up? It went up 130, right? So you would be expecting at least a 10% push from this area, 0.618, right? So 10%. So you're looking at 1400 to just about 1530 again, right? So 1400 to 1500 again, right? So in that range. Yeah, 14 to like 1550, right? So all right guys, that's about it for today. I'm just gonna call it a day. Pretty exhausted, depending how volatile the market going to be tomorrow, especially tomorrow night, because Monday gonna start like Sunday 8 p.m. In here. I'm gonna update the price. So I'm expecting a volatility from BTC tomorrow 8 p.m. Eastern time, but we're gonna see. We're just gonna have to wait and see, right? Because BTC is very undecided, but I'm looking for this drop, right? I'm looking for this drop, and the current price is dropping slowly. It is just about 5,000, right? So, and then we're looking for this drop to the first target is just about 760 to 790, right? And then second target just about like 4703. That's right. All right. So, all right, guys. Waves. Okay, waves. Pasta carbonara. All right, I know you love WANCHAIN and ICX. So okay, waves. Wave is one of my top pick, right? For let's take a look at waves. It is one of my top pick for. So you see, wave, we already got this 3 down, right? So it is giving us a reversal pattern, but we keep getting rejection. So we keep getting rejection. So it is giving us this 3 down since the first, right after I made that video. So that's bad. So let's see where wave is. And I said it like on that video, like a wave, sometimes this coin, before they go up, they're gonna give you like a big move to the downside, right? So we came back down to this area of 0.786, but just drop past through. So the next area of reversal is just 0.786, right? So but the R side is looking great. The R side is looking great, right? So but we have to get a divergence. Even though it's a flat correction, we have to get this move, right? So we would be looking for this move then, right? So but wave is one of my top pick for for April, but it is not giving a sign of reversal yet. So but I was expecting it, so I said it like wave, before they go to the upside, they're gonna give you this big move to the downside, right? But I didn't expect like a 40%. Let's say 40% move, right? It's 30% drop. So I said it, but I said like it could give you like this big move to the downside up to 30%, but I did not expect it's gonna be that high. But it actually did, right? 30% down for versus BTC, right? So I said like it's not a bad idea to place order. That's what I said, right? It's not a bad idea to place an order like below these areas, right? So you would like get a by waves 30% cheaper, right? but I would be looking for a reversal at 0.786, which is just about 44.51 on a Binance. So we got big volume, but you know, lost all of that because of some buying pressure. Mainframe. Hey, what's up, Peter Freeman? Peter, I never seen you in the chat room, so make sure to hit the like and subscribe, right? Hey, what's up, HR? You must just tune in, right? I haven't seen your name in the chat room. All right, Peter Freeman. Peter, I just call you Peter. Peter. Okay. Mainframe. Okay, MFT. We covered MFT the other day. It has a nice chart. I can't remember, but let's take a look at MFT BTC. Mainframe. All right, we cover MFT. But it is dropping like the rest of the crypto since the first 3 down, right? So it is actually probably a new low, right? You really take a look at it, it's almost a new low on at least on Binance, right? At least on Binance. Nice divergence, but it's I would love to get a divergence like when a price is actually oversold, right? But it is not, so it's a divergence right here, right? So even if like we go up, I wouldn't be FOMOing, right? I'm still gonna wait for the double bottom just for confirmation. So the outside gonna give us this move again, but since market is pretty BTC is not looking strong, I would not even like look for a 40-50% move from this MFT. So but we're just gonna have to wait and see. So all right, Peter, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. So okay, I'm new. Got it, man. Okay. Binance is its first exchange. Okay, so that's a new low. If we break it, that's going to be a new low, right? So it could be making a bottom formation. Sometimes these coins, you just have to take a look at the bigger picture, right? It could be a nice bottom formation, right? And then it's just going to take off, just like Tron, Tron did, right? Tron made the same bottom formation, right? Nice bottom formation, a 200% move to the upside. So just have to wait and see, because BTC is not looking great at the moment, right? So let me just leave this drawing, so when I come back to it, I can remember, right? So let me just leave it just like that. All right, guys. All right, thank you, guys. I'll see you guys in 12 hours. Hopefully we're not going to see a big sell-off, but I'm not expecting a big sell-off. All right, I keep saying I'm gonna go, but this time I'm gonna go. All right, thanks a lot, man. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.